Who doesn't love a silly multiplayer game? I know I sure do. In today's devlog, I'll bring you along the journey of cosmetics, maps, and multiplayer. Oh, and the Steam page is live, so be sure to wishlist now. Game modes. Since the last devlog, I've structured separate game modes with an in-game leaderboard. These modes being King of the Slide, I know, very creative, Free For All, and Sky High Parkour. There are now multiple maps for King of the Slide. The first I showed you in the first devlog, but the new one is King of the Volcano. How will you dare reach the top and claim your throne? There are many ways, such as through the interior, scale the exterior rock outcroppings, or find a secret way in. The choice is yours. This map is one of my personal favorites, as implementing the volcano with a rotator on the top ready to knock people to the ground is something I find both entertaining and evil. It's also dinosaur themed, which no one can complain about. Did I also tell you about the banger soundtrack? Here it is in action with gameplay. After finishing up work on the Volcano Haven, I began on the Infinitum. The Infinitum is as strange as the name for it is. Courtesy of my brother, this map is an infinite loop of possibilities. Sky High Parkour includes both the previous style similar to Only Up and Benefides Getting Over It. In Infinitum, you will start at a random section of the loop and must make it to the other end, as each map variation incorporates different obstacles and patterns. To begin with, I modeled the entire map in Blender. Yes, I know, it doesn't look pretty on the outside, but it's not supposed to be. What matters is what is within, which is different depending on the map version you load into. This is a hectic race to the end, where you, your flips, and farts are the only way to ensure victory. It also comes with a kick-ass soundtrack. And while the music hypes you up, be ready for the winners of the Game Jam to be announced next week on this channel. And if you want to, be sure to vote for them on itch.io, and the link will be down below. You can always ask me questions or suggest video ideas for the future also. Cosmetics. We all love ourselves a nice hat, so I decided Paul's fate would be in the world of customization. Wait, future Ossip here? I have completely overhauled this cosmetic system. Also, forgive me if I sound different, I did just reset my PC because there was a bunch of issues, so yeah, hopefully everything works fine. I decided buttons were not enough and went back recently. Thank you all for 1,000 subscribers, by the way. And reworked the UI. Now it includes multiple buttons with an icon displaying what each unlock appears as. Oh, I also added Steve. Which I can tell you all really love. So be sure to let me know what you want to see added next. To create this UI, I went back to the drawing board and created a whiteboard mockup. From here is where the cosmetic card was designed. In Krita, which is my drawing software that I use, I came up with this card style that has a world background, and it will also include the cover icon for every cosmetic in the game. I also wanted to make it easy for myself to add as many cosmetics as you want. So I built a data table. Now you might be wondering what the data table is used for. Well, it stores the information related to the cosmetics and applies it to each card when you open the menu. This way, I can continue adding more in the future, and all it requires is a single click. For the most part. Each cosmetic is made up of its icon, its name, assigned mesh, or material integer. I use integers as they're a simple way of saving, and I can just retrieve them on the player accordingly. And they also include an achievement unlock requirement. More on the achievements in a moment. I have been working on the cosmetic ideas that fit each map, and also just funny ones for you to equip. These cosmetics will be unlocked through gameplay, and will be a fitting way to show off yourself against the competition, especially during the intermission screen. My current plan is to implement these alongside collectibles, which will be rare items found hidden in different maps, so maybe in bizarre places, but it gives you a reason to explore while fighting for your life on the bouncy field. These collectibles will be tied to achievements, as I know how much you love to show off your collections on Steam. Yes, that goes for you, Jared. I have many costumes in store, plus you have a full range of colours to style yourself with. If you do have any suggestions on what you would love to see added, make sure to comment them down below, and while doing so, subscribe for more updates on Bouncy Book Castle. Now, the collectible system is not fully implemented, but the current plan is to think back to gumball machines. Each collectible will only spawn once on the map and won't be guaranteed. During the round, you will fight to be the first one to smash it, which it will then be added to your gumball machine for later opening. From this, on the title screen, you will be able to swap over to the collectible menu, which you then will be able to rotate the gumball machine's arm to open it. Each collectible will guarantee a specific cosmetic or costume, but I want to present their unlock in a really fun and unique way. From here, you will have the associated Steam achievement and retain that cosmetic in your library, to of course show off to everyone else. Save system. To have cosmetics appearing in game, I also had to tackle a save system, as you customize on the home screen, and that must persist along with your character through each round, intermission, and of course on a game restart. My idea for this was an easy enough solution. Each material on the mesh is tied to a number, which is saved on the player character. On the load of a level, this number is retrieved from the save and applies the corresponding mesh or colour based on what is retrieving for the player. This allows the player costumes and colours to follow along through gameplay. Now, I won't say it's the best way to save this data, but it thankfully works, and that is all I needed it to do. Alongside this data being saved, I also tackled graphics options and gameplay options, such as mouse sensitivity and mouse inversion. While the UI is not final, the mechanics are now currently implemented for use. Power-ups. So far, I have implemented 3 unique power-ups that can be earned during gameplay. To acquire a power-up, you must first propel your rear through a star, which will then activate the said power-up for a temporary period of time. The possible power-ups you can earn are currently Super Fart Tank, the Bouncy Ball, and Gluteus Maximus. Super Fart Tank allows you to infinitely propel yourself through the air for a short period of time. This has no cooldown and lets you fly across the map to your heart's content. Now, of course, make sure to land and not fall off the map. The Bouncy Ball forms a shield around you, which gives you immunity from player damage and also from hitting your head off the ground. It is really handy for defending your position in King of the Hill. Gluteus Maximus, courtesy of Paul, gives you a giant buttocks to slam foes down. Along with having a larger squash radius, you can also bounce higher and further than opponents. Each power-up is aimed to be unique and fill a different role. They are also intended to be incredibly stupid fun, so I hope you all enjoy when you get a chance to play. Along with power-ups, I also recently reworked the fart tank to slowly fill up without doing flips just for situations where it's needed. It, however, does not replace doing tricks to earn the fart tank fuel. Here is some current, up-to-date gameplay of Bouncy Butt Castle that I recorded with a few friends on the latest build. Skip to this time if you want to hear more about the multiplayer setup, but this version includes all the new maps plus the overhauled cosmetic system. There was one thing I realised just before this build, was that I forgot to add physics to all my alternative cosmetics, so that's now fixed. But I couldn't believe I missed that for so long and left Paul with any other hat completely lifeless. Now for some gameplay.
Front flip.
You can't stomp me. Front flip.
Front flip. Front flip.
Back flip.
Backflip. You can't stomp me.
Back flip. Swipe left.
Multiplayer. Multiplayer has been heavily overhauled as I continue to ensure a smooth experience, no matter the delay between users. I worked recently on a future project of mine, which is also teaching me more about Unreal, which is a recreation of Anthem's flight movements in Unreal Engine. And while having it replicated, it also taught me a lot about setting up efficient networking. I went from this being how multiplayer looked to this, a smooth, buttery experience where everyone who plays ends up having a stupid amount of fun. Now, the only issue is fine-tuning the player hitbox, ensuring the flattening of others happens at a fair rate. Using Rep Notify in Unreal is a godsend, by the way, and helps ensure things occur correctly on late connections too. If you need any overview on learning multiplayer, I highly recommend Kekdot for getting started on YouTube. Conclusion. Bouncy Book Castle is shaping up to be a stupid fun game. If you have enjoyed this devlog, be sure to wishlist Bouncy Book Castle on Steam and drop a subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next one.